Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm Paradoxic, and welcome back to Avatar: The Last Airbender. This time we are on episode 3 of season 2. Last time we had a giant maze-like cave and earth-bending beaver giant. I can't remember. I think beaver moles. Beaver moles. Two giant earth-bending beaver moles, and a very, very emotional and heartbreaking and heartwarming story behind the rise and the kind of dawn of the Earth Kingdom city of Omashu. So, yeah, there were once two lovers called Oma and Shu, and they were both like predestined, I guess you could say, earthbenders and everything, and they were from two. I mean, it's pretty much the classic tale of like lovers from two opposing villages and two opposing kind of sides and everything, and their love was forbidden, and the guy ended up going to war and dying and everything, and then she threatened to use her newfound earthbending powers to tear both villages apart, but then decided against it and thought, you know what, no, instead, our now lost love can blossom an entire new city where people can thrive and live and all that jazz. So it was a really cool story. It was a really cool story for Omashu and everything, and Omashu was where they were headed, so that was fun. And the story did actually decide to kind of prop up some potential kind of future, like stuff for Aang and Katara too, be it like any kind of stronger, further platonic kind of friendship building, or if it could be a possible romance in the future. Whatever it is, it definitely kind of helped to blossom some stuff like that for them, so that was cool. And Sokka, on the other hand, just kind of got driven nuts by I think his name was Chong, and his wife Lily. I think like Chong just being like this really carefree dude who loved to sing and didn't really come up with any kind of constructive plans to get them out of the maze or anything. He just kept on Sokka ended up giving himself a concussion with the with the amount that he was face palming and everything. So Sokka didn't have a fun time, but Aang and Katara did have like not necessarily fun, but more like more of an explorational time, and they learned to actually use the power of love to escape the maze, while Sokka used the power. I mean, he used the power of love too. He got Chong and the others to actually start singing and making music, which the beavers loved, and they rode the beavers out of there. So it was a cool episode. And it led them straight back to the Earth Kingdom city of Omashu, which now, surprise, surprise, has been taken over completely by the Fire Nation. The Fire Nation has been tracking Aang and Katara and Sokka and everything, and they managed. I think they kind of knew that his next step would probably be to actually get to the Earth Kingdom city and then learn Earthbending and master it from there. So they went ahead and just kind of took over the city ahead of time. So now I have no idea how they're going to tackle that kind of a dilemma. If I'm hoping Boomy is alive, my main concern right now is please don't let anything bad happen to Boomy, because if it does, then it's going to be a very sad ending for Boomy. So I think I can likely see him being imprisoned more than dead, but then knowing the Fire Nation, I feel like it's like an either or thing. Like either he could be alive and just imprisoned, or because then that would actually give the team like a mission to actually help like get to get the actual leader and the kind of the ruler of the city out, and then have him earthbend and do all sorts of stuff, or he could just be dead because of the fact that he is the master that Aang has to learn earthbending from now. So then maybe, the Fire Nation, being the Fire Nation, might just want to take him out of the equation and be done with it. So we don't know yet, but that is the state of things right now on that side. And then on the other side, we had Zuko and Uncle Iroh just kind of not really having the time of their lives in the jungle. Zuko struggling to actually fish or find any kind of food for them, and Uncle Iroh just having constant crises after crises of discovering new plants and then spending hours wondering if it was poisonous or actually edible, and then having to suffer the consequences afterwards. And then they found Song, and she took them back to her mother and fed them soup and everything, and then she shared stories about how she'd actually suffered physically and mentally, and externally at the hands of the Fire Nation with her father. I think it was being taken away and forced to fight in their war, and even she had like burn marks on her leg and everything. So I think Sokka definitely looked to be going through some sense of remorse and some sense of like self-evaluation after that, and actually wondering if he really was Fire Nation or if he was just like a firebender who actually did have some greater potential to be good and everything. So I am very, very interested to see where they take Sokka in the season, and especially with Azula coming into the mix too, like Azula being obviously like the more favoured child under Fire Lord Ozai and everything. So yeah, I think with Azula being back in the picture, I feel like like I think it could definitely lead Zuko down some kind of interesting paths where he discovers that he doesn't need to be his father's favorite child, but then again he doesn't value his father as much as he used to, or like he doesn't need to value his father as much as he used to. So I think it could just be an interesting journey. So I can't wait to see how that unfolds and everything. So yeah, that is pretty much all I've got from the last one. So on to episode number 3 of season 2 of this awesome show. But yeah, onto the reaction. So as you guys know, this will just be the kind of best bits and the highlights of the episode for the reaction. But if you guys want to catch the full-length version, the entire unedited reaction for the episode, then that one will be over on Patreon, so you can go check that one over there. But yeah, on to Avatar: The Last Airbender, season 2, episode 3. Let's go.
Omashu always seemed untouchable. Up until now it was. Now Ba Sing Se is the only great Earth Kingdom stronghold left.
Ba Sing Se, yeah, the siege that Iroh used to have. Yeah. Oh, using airbending to create time. Yeah. Oh god, sucks to be human, doesn't it? Yeah, sucks to not be a bender in that one situation. Yeah. Oh boy, jeez, he looks like, oh god, he looks like a sludge monster. He looks like a giant sludge monster. Oh boy, what a, oh god.
Oh, it's just a purple pentapus.
A purple pentapus? What's a purple pentapus? Well, I guess that's a purple pentapus, but, oh, they've left kisses, oh damn, oh god.
Wait. What's the matter with him?
Chicken pox.
Pentapox, sir.
Pentapox. Yeah, pentapox.
Oh, it's so awful. I'm dying.
And deadly.
I think I've heard of pentapox. Didn't your cousin Chang die of it?
No, you don't want to die of this, man. You don't want to die of this. Oh god, it's a perfect time now to watch this kind of episode. It's a perfect, that scene alone, it's a very perfect time to watch that kind of scene.
I need a small elite team. It's time to visit some old friends.
The archers! A small elite team, the archers that Zhao had, the really deadly archers, yeah. Those ones. Are they still alive? I'm pretty sure they're still alive, right?
The targets are approaching. Take them out.
I thought my life was boring.
Targets. Oh god. Oh, but there's a baby with them though. There's a baby with them. Oh crap.
The resistance.
No god. Oh May. Oh damn. Oh jeez. May got darts. May's got darts. This is what we get for saving a child, really? Oh. Okay. Oh damn. Oh, ninja stars. Okay, so May's got some skills.
Ty Lee, could that possibly be you? Azula!
Ty Lee.
What is the daughter of a nobleman doing here? Certainly our parents didn't send us to the Royal Fire Academy for girls to end up in places
The Royal
like
Fire
this.
Academy for girls.
King Boomy surrendered.
He surrendered.
I'm going to do nothing.
That sounds like Boomy. That
Doesn't matter
literally
now.
sounds like Boomy.
Fighting the Fire Nation is the only path.
You're all about to come down with a nasty case of pentapox.
A mass evacuation. If they're all infected, then yeah, mass evacuation would be necessary.
But you gotta act sick too. You gotta
Oh, is he gonna teach them acting? Yeah, oh, hey, yeah, Oscar-winning dude right here. Oscar-winning dude right there.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Years of practice.
Yes, oh god.
Okay, everyone, into sick formation.
Oh god, years of practice.
Sorry, Momo. I'll feed you later.
No, feed him now. Oh, they just sound like they look like an army of zombies. Yeah, they just look like an army of zombies, an army of pentapox zombies. Oh, gee, yeah, and one guy's even collapsing right there.
Plague!
Yeah, the plague, alright, the pentapox plague. Again, this is a very, very,
I saw some
fitting, a time-fitting scene. Yeah, it's a very time-fitting scene. Do you think that could like, do bending powers manifest at a certain age, or like, can babies still firebend? Oh, the animal. Oh, the rabbit, even the rabbit. Yeah, the rabbit. Boomy's rabbit.
Come on, Flopsy. You gotta help me find Boomy.
Oh, Flopsy's still around with his horns and all. Oh god, Boomy's hungry. Oh, he's gonna go straight for the. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No, please! Oh no, the child! The child! No, the child! Oh god, the child! No, the child! Okay, the child is... Oh, poor Momo. Oh god, poor Momo. Oh god, the child is gonna get caught up in all of this too. The child's gonna leave! Oh jeez, that one... Oh god. Tiny, yeah. So what exactly is her act? She's very, very acrobatic.
Do you think she'll fall? Then wouldn't it make it more interesting if you remove the net?
Oh no.
The thing is...
I know. Set the net on fire.
Oh god.
Of course, princess.
So keep the net but just set it on fire. Great. Great. Oh.
What kind of dangerous animals do you have?
Oh, even animals.
Well, our circus boasts the most exotic assortment.
Release them all!
All of them. Oh, every last animal. Oh god, Tylee, I hope you know what you're doing. I really hope you know what you're doing.
You looked everywhere. No Boomy.
No Boomy.
We've got a problem. We just did a head count.
Did someone get left behind?
No, we got someone new.
No, we have an extra.
Yeah, an extra. You have the child that's just clinging to Momo.
The resistance has kidnapped my son. Everything's so clever.
Momo, yeah. You know what? I can't blame Momo. He was hungry. Momo got hungry and his stomach led the way. Yeah.
The universe is giving me strong hints that it's time for a career change. I want to join you on your mission.
Yeah, if she performs again, then it's just going to be obstacles on top of obstacles. So just joining Azula is going to be the best thing she can do.
Bad Fire Nation, baby.
Oh, bad fire. Zuko Soccer.
Oh, alright.
Oh, you're so cute.
He is.
Sure.
See, he's not inherently Fire
But when
Nation.
he's older, he'll join the Fire Nation army. He'll be a killer.
Hey,
Does that look like the face of a
killers
killer
are
to
not
you?
born, they're made, and he does not have to become a Fire Nation fascist. He has potential to be good.
It's great to see you, May.
May and
I thought you
Tylee.
ran off and joined the circus.
So they all know
Thought it
each
was your
other.
calling.
They all know each other.
Well, we're trading a 2-year-old for a king. A powerful earth-bending king? It just doesn't seem like a fair
She
trade,
wants the
does it?
avatar. Does she know Aang's the avatar? Does she know that's Aang? Does she know that's the
You're
avatar?
right.
Oh, blue fire! Was that blue fire? Was that the blue fire?
The avatar.
Yeah, damn right, he's the avatar.
My lucky day.
Oh, so she has lightning bending and she's got blue fire. Azula's just fucking awesome, isn't she? Azula has like the most badass kind of bending skill sets so far. So they all have their own skill sets. They all have very, very specific skill sets. Yeah.
Hey, I need to talk to you.
It's good to see you too.
Oh god, does he want this? Did he fully want to surrender to the Fire Nation? Does he not want to escape or leave? She has the blue fire. That honestly, that is so cool. I'm not even sorry. That is actually so cool. She can bend blue fire, the hottest flame, blue flame. She can bend blue flames. Oh, she's got darts everywhere. Hands up. She's got like it's almost like widow's bites. Almost like widow's bites. Yeah. These girls are cool too. Oh, pressure points. Oh, pressure points. Oh, pressure points. Oh, she can't bend it.
How are you gonna fight without your bending?
So she can do pressure point debending, like unarming her bends. Yeah. Oh no, there we go. Appa coming in with the tail flaps. Yeah.
There's Aang.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
You could earthbend? All along?
Well, they didn't cover my face.
He can earthbend with just his face, really? He can, wow, just one chin up and he can earthbend. Yeah.
There's positive jing when you're attacking and negative jing when you're retreating.
And neutral jing when you do nothing.
There are
Neutral.
Well, technically there are 85, but let's
That's a lot of
just
jings.
focus on
That's a
the
lot of
third.
jings.
Neutral jing is the key to earthbending. You need to find someone who waits and listens before striking. Momo's mastered a few jings himself.
Really? What, food bending?
Goodbye, Ag.
Wow, he just doesn't even need to be out the coffin. He can literally just facially earthbend his way out of there.
It'll be interesting seeing Zuko again, won't it, May?
It's not just Zuko and Iroh.
Did Zuko and May have a thing
We
before?
have a third target now.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. You know what, right? He should be with his parents. He should be with his parents. So yeah, that was fun. That was fun. So we had Azula recruiting the aid and the likes of May and Ty Lee, two presumably old friends that she had, two old friends that she knew of, and I presume they all went to the Royal Fire Academy for girls. So there was like an exclusive kind of school for girls within the Fire Nation that presumably taught them earthbending, or maybe just taught them various skills. Because I think Azula can earthbending, even firebending. And various other skills, because I think Azula was the only one using firebending, but then May and Ty Lee actually had their own individual skills that did still aid tremendously in that final kind of third act. So May has like her own skills with like ninja stars and darts, and she has like darts almost everywhere. She has a whole like a bracelet in the style of the Widow's Bite from Marvel that just fires off darts. And I think she actually fired off a few darts from her feet too. So she had like dart projectors almost everywhere and everything. So that was cool. And she had like other kind of maneuvering skills and whatnot. And then speaking of maneuvering, Ty Lee is like a master acrobat and understands. I think she just has like an insane understanding of like the human body, or even like in some cases like the superhuman body with bending. She was able to maneuver pretty much anything and like just in any way possible. And then also actually using the whole pressure pointing system on Katara to actually to prevent her from bending at all. So she after the pressure points she literally just couldn't bend the water at all. So that was really cool. So now I think when she mentioned, I won't lie, when she mentioned an elite crew, my mind did initially just flash straight back to the crew of archers, the crew of like master assassin archers, like the Hawkeye level archers that Zhao commanded in the last season. But I think I can't remember if they're actually still around, because I mean Zhao died. He died in the finale, but I can't remember if he actually disbanded the crew, or if he actually just gave them back up again, or what actually happened, or like if they're still around in the Fire Nation, or if they're somewhere else. But then I think for Azula it might make more sense if she personally knows people who have their own skill sets and people that she actually trusts and stuff like that. So with this one, it actually made it a lot more personal, a lot more fun to watch, and now she's actually assembled this kind of trio and everything, so now she can easily make do with that. So, and yeah, I mean, May was not May. Ty Lee was actually May was easier to recruit. May was actually easier to recruit than Ty Lee. With Ty Lee, Ty Lee actually wanted to go into the circus and into that kind of line of work with her skills and stuff. So then Azula made sure to make her next showing as dangerous and as anxiety-inducing as humanly possible. So then that then brought on the mindset of a career change for Ty Lee. And then I think especially in terms of dialogue and like the voice acting in that scene too, I just love how fluid it seemed. Like she didn't even seem nervous. There was no stuttering, no tension, no trembling in the voice. It was just it was like she's pretty much in that moment when she saw the net on fire, she was like, yeah, you know what, I'm just gonna join Azula, because if not, then she's gonna keep amping this up after every show until I say yes. I'm just gonna get out of the way and get it done. And so in that split second, you can probably see her actually deciding, yeah, you know what, after this show I'm gonna actually just team up with Azula, do what she needs to get done, and then just go my way after that. So then like that following scene then actually makes it flow like a lot quicker and a lot easier and like a lot smoother and stuff. And like she genuinely didn't even sound terrified after what happened, but just seemed really, really ready to actually join leagues with Azula too. So that is just like I think it's just some really quality voice acting that really makes you think, like just how early she had actually decided to join her. So yeah, and then of course May was I mean, her already being there, or her already kind of having the skills, and her already kind of wanting to do more and stuff. She very easily was already kind of ready to join Azula in whatever mission she wanted to pursue. And I think even at the very end, Tylee points out that seeing Zuko again should be fun, and she said it to May, and May actually smirked in response. I think I'm wondering if May and Zuko could actually have some kind of history together. Like maybe, I mean, I don't know if it's like a definitive kind of hint that they used to be together, or if they just kind of knew each other, like extensively enough. But either way, there seems to be some history, so it'll be fun seeing Azula running into Iroh and Zuko again with this new ragtag team of awesome fighters and everything. So that'll be fun. And speaking of awesome skill sets, yeah, Azula, I am loving Azula's. I'm actually loving Azula's skill set so far. Wherein she's like she can lightning bend. She can I mean we saw that in the last episode anyway. We know already that she can actually lightning bend, but or no, in the first episode. In the first episode, we saw that she can actually lightning bend, but she can also bend blue fire, blue flames. It isn't like blue flames are known to be the hotter, like the hottest, and as a result, most painful and most heated kind of like the intensity of that fire can get. So her being, because I was wondering, like when it came up, it was like the same-ish kind of color of lightning. So I was like, wait, is she actually using lightning on Aang right now, or something? But then no, it still looked it still looked like the same shape and size of fire itself. So I think I think again like with her ability to lightning bend, I think it definitely makes sense that she would be able to actually control the intensity of her flames too. But then the fact that she can actually go that far, that she can actually intensify and amplify the strength and the heat of her actual flames, that she can actually turn them blue too, because those that should be able to destroy damn near anything. Like we've seen regular orangey fire just kind of leaving people with like first or second degree burns or whatever, but then I think probably first is kind of minor, and then second is middle, and then third is I think third is probably third and fourth maybe probably the worst you can get. But either way, like we've seen regular fire leaving people with burns and scars and nothing more, but then blue fire, that would probably one hit from that, and that could probably leave you majorly kind of injured and possibly even dead. So her being able to actually bend blue fire as well as lightning speaks a lot about her skill level and her character too. The fact that, and I think again like her having gone to the Royal Fire Academy for Girls, it's undoubted that she likely learned a lot of her skills there, and even then she's been practicing too. Like she's constantly practicing on the boat with those two old ladies by her side and everything too. So they're constantly giving her all these different lessons in bending and in like mental kind of stability and everything. So she can do a lot. She can do a whole lot. So Azula is a super duper cool character. So I can't wait to see more of like her skills and actually see her applying them in proper combat. I think I want to see her. I now want to see her fighting with blue flames against Iroh, because Iroh is a pretty much like a seasoned, and he's a veteran firebender. So I really want to see her using the blue flames against Iroh, seeing like what that would look like. Because I think he already managed to deflect and kind of transfer like a lightning bending attack, but then him versus the blue flame, I think I'm wondering if he's ever seen the blue flame, or he's like we've never. I don't think we've ever seen any firebenders actually using a blue flame before. So then I wonder if it could also be something that like not many of them use, because it's like a more kind of, maybe if it's like a more kind of explicit kind of fire, like maybe it's actually inherently lethal and deadly. So people. It feels like maybe something that Ozai would use, but then I don't know, because then, I would question as to whether or not Ozai used the blue flame on Zuko, but then in that scene, the backlash against the characters, because I mean we don't directly see Ozai himself actually burning Zuko. We see the camera cutting back to show the reactions of Iroh and Zhao and Azula. So and then even in that shot, the backflash of the fire is kind of yellowy and orange. So I think that kind of denounces that kind of debunks the possibility of him using the blue flame. But I think like Azula using the blue flame looks very promising, and it like definitely kind of seems like not even her, because I think not even just her ability to actually bend it, but her ability to control it too. Because I think fire is known to be the one that can get really regular fire alone is known to be the one that can get out of hand really quickly and really easily. So then you likely very much have to master the ability to control the regular flames to your will, and then actually going off the blue flames afterwards, because then if that gets out of control, then you could easily burn like an entire house down and burn an entire city down. So she shows great restraint, and like knowing her, I think she probably prides herself on restraint, because I think she also doesn't want to come off as reckless or kind of chaotic or anything. Like she's a very calculated, coordinated, and focused kind of firebender, as opposed to someone who just sets off flames just for the fun of it. So I think that I think in that case especially, she definitely kind of seems more like she would pride herself on her control when it comes to bending, and with that, like the ultimate display of control would be using the blue flames too. So then she'd get like an insane amount of respect for that. So yeah, she's cool. She's really cool, and yeah, I mean, I know she's supposed to be the villain, but I still, I still want to see more of her. See where she actually heading, see what more she can do, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I mean, hey, like if you're not meant to enjoy the villains, then I mean, sure, some villains you're meant to. I mean, Commander Zhao is the exception. He was just a dick. He was just a dick. But Azula, she definitely kind of has that kind of inherent sadism towards Zuko. But she's Azula, so it's either way, she's cool, and I can't wait to see more of her powers. So yeah, that should be fun. And then the Pentapox Plague. The Pentapox Plague, with the state the world is in now, with the state the world has been in for the past year, it hits quite differently, seeing them unleashing like a fake plague onto Omashu for and actually enforcing like an emergency evacuation of the entire city and everything, and even having them display it as a really contagious and deadly plague and everything. It definitely hits different, and I feel like it's somewhat easy to say that about any I feel like because I definitely feel like it's easy to say that about almost any kind of clip. If you watch almost any movie nowadays that contains any kind of plague kind of story or plague scene or illness scene that forces distancing and evacuation and everything, I feel like it's easy to say that anyway. But I think just seeing that in the moment, I just didn't really expect them to do something like that. And I think again, it's not meant to be it's not meant to be an actual deadly case. Like they are literally just pretending that the entire city has the Pentapox Plague and everything. But even though I think based on the reaction to the Fire Nation, that one guy asking the other guy if his brother didn't die from this stuff. So I mean, it clearly is a real thing that has affected them. But again, I think for the sake of the scene and for the sake of story, it's not meant to be taken too seriously. It's just you literally just a diversion and an emergency escape route. But still, just seeing that, it definitely kind of hits differently, and just especially especially Sokka. I think the funniest part being Sokka trying to teach them how to act ill and frail and stuff like that, and then it's all of a sudden an old man with a wooden leg and a cane and everything just walks past, and he's like, thanks, it's just years of experience, walking and barely getting by and everything. So that was that was quite something. That was yep. And then we had Tom Tom, the little Fire Nation baby, and I will say maybe I maybe partially get why that Earthbending dude was being why the Earth Kingdom dude was being a dick towards the baby, but it's then I think the important thing there to remember is that the baby again is he might wear Fire Nation colors, but that's just because that's what that's the clothes his parents put him in. So he I think it's something. I feel like it's definitely something they display but never address. It's something that they display through the child's explorative and really funny and cute and adorable kind of actions of the child wanting to actually grab onto Momo's tail and actually go on for the ride with him. And all that kind of stuff, and even him actually wanting to play with Sokka's I think it's called the Batarang and everything, and either like a Batarang and stuff like that, and actually just overall just being really cute and kind of, you know, happy and bouncy and everything. Like it's shown more through display than actual acknowledgement. The fact that the only acknowledgement is, you know, like the Earth Kingdom dude thinking that, you know, once the baby grows up, he's going to be a ruthless firebending killer like the rest of them. But then through display, you see that, you know, again, kids are not born with hate. Children are not born with hate or any sense of actual bigotry or any sense of negativity about them. It's like it's literally the environment and the people that are around them. If they're raised to hate, then they will hate. It's all about the environment they're raised in, the ideals they're raised with, like what lessons you teach them and everything. So like through that display, you can tell, like, you know, like that kid right now, he's as happy as he could ever be, and he's as innocent as he could ever be in his entire life. And it's like it's why it made me so kind of conflicted to have them return him to his parents. But then that's also the right thing to do. Like he does have actual parents out there, and they are worried sick. And, you know, again, I think not only was that, like, does that feel more like the right thing to do? Because again, like, yeah, because I mean, the father seems, you know, like he works with the Fire Nation, so you can't say that he's inherently evil either, because he works for Fire Nation and for the Fire Nation and for Fire Lord, so he's following orders, and then the mother is just, you know, just there kind of following the father wherever he goes and actually taking care of the family and everything. So there's that, and then May is a bit more kind of evil and antagonistic in the sense that she's actually pretty easily allied with Azula and everything, so she has that close connection, and she's using her skill sets to harm and to capture and to maim and everything. So there's that kind of question. But then with Tom Tom, he's just a little kid. And he deserves better. He deserves better than to actually have to grow up within the Fire Nation and probably end up going through the same kind of tortured and toxic journey that Zuko has. But yeah, I think that's it's why I feel like, you know, like part of me feels like maybe if they didn't have to take him with them, but then maybe if they left him with the Earth Kingdom, like, I mean, because again, I feel like that would just be reinforcing kidnapping. I feel like, but then, you know, it's like, again, like you want to try and make sure that the kid actually grows up in the right kind of environment with the right people and actually is nurtured to become a force for good and everything. So. Yeah, but yeah, Tom he was adorable and he was innocent, and, you know, I think with what they've done, I think, with what they've done, because again, he's young too, he's got his whole life ahead of him, so then by the time he reaches a certain age, Ozai's probably going to actually kind of prioritize him and his kind of youth and his fighting capabilities and any bending powers he might have. And I think it did make me wonder, like, you know, like if bending was actually if bending is actually manifest. I think they might have mentioned it in season 1 with the water bending. I can't specifically remember, but I think it did make me wonder. It did make me wonder if bending of any elements actually manifested at a certain age, or if they were born with it and it just kind of, you know, like, because I think if he could have bent fire, then I feel like, you know, like he would have been like a lot like so much more of like a chaotic child. I think if he could have bent fire, then that probably would have actually enforced the Earth Kingdom dude's kind of ideology, where he's like, oh, he's already got his powers now, so he's just destined to be like a Fire Nation soldier or murderer or whatever. But then if he actually has to wait until he manifests, then, you know, he's harmless for now, but then once he comes into age and reaches his powers, then he's going to be that much more valuable to the Fire Nation. So yeah, but yeah, this poor kid. I mean, he returned to his parents, which Aang kind of saw was the right thing to do. But again, you want to make sure that kid is raised in like the best of environments and with the best of teachings and everything. So yeah. I think that is also like a commonly-ish like kind of argument explored within the media too. Like, if you knew that a child would grow, I think mostly used with Hitler, mostly previously used with Hitler, but then they also did kind of try and like somewhat do the same thing with Thanos in Endgame too. Like if you knew that a child would grow up to be this great dictator or a great murderer or a tyrant or like a force for evil, would you then go back and actually kill the child as a child to prevent any of that from happening? So then again, it's like, you know, you wouldn't have to kill them, you just have to make sure that you actually raise them in the right kind of environment too. So I think maybe that could also depend on who the person is. But, you know, that's a whole other topic. discussion topic just literally just popped into my head. I'm not actually going to discuss that right now, but still, Tom, super innocent, not at all kind of Fire Nation material. He was super innocent, and he deserved to live out his life nurturing that innocence and that kind of potential kindness within him. So yeah. And then we had Boomy. Who I did kind of feel, because I think, especially given how calm he was in that flashback scene where he surrendered to the Fire Nation, given, because he's wacky. Boomy is wacky. He's known to be wacky, and he has that kind of like his own line delivery seems to be like really cackling and laughing almost everything he says. So he does hair in my mouth. He does seem to be kind of like, I think I want to avoid using carefree for this one, but it's like he does seem like a lot more kind of spontaneous and a lot more kind of random and stuff like that. So and definitely like a lot more, like a lot wackier and stuff like that. So I think with him being pretty much immediately not only immediately willing to surrender, but also actually like laughing about it, like it was some kind of predetermined joke or something. Like I figured, like, okay, he must have some kind of other plan up his sleeve. Like, not only if he's actually willing to be, not only if his decision is to be captured, but also to be so willingly captured, then it must be the case. And also like that final scene where he was actually trying to talk to Aang on the way down those slides and everything, and then him trying to actually actively give Aang a message in the middle of battle and in the middle of a chase sequence. It definitely did feel like, okay, he's probably he either doesn't want to escape, or he has like a specific time when he wants to escape, and if not now, or he actively wants to be in the Fire Nation's kind of custody for whatever reason. It is honestly fucking boiling. It's like 25 plus, so I'm not doing the greatest. Feel like a freaking Magnum or something. But yeah, where was I? Boomy. So then by the end of it, he did explain the Jings. I think he mentioned there's like 86 Jings, but then the 3 were the ones that he wanted Aang to focus on. So there's positive, neutral, and negative. And positive is when you're actively attacking and you're taking like a defensive position and you're actually fighting back. And then negative is when you're retreating and actually like living to fight another day, like he advised, like Aang advised the Earth Kingdom soldiers to do. And then there's also neutral, which is just like doing nothing, just pretty much surrendering yourself and giving yourself into the enemy, even temporarily. And that's actually that's somehow like the strongest form of earthbending. So Jing is the kind of choice of energy direction too. So I think with bending, I think energy direction plays a big role regardless of what bending you're doing, like if it's earth or air or water. And I think that definitely could aid. That definitely could also aid in not only the power, because I think with Boomy, he was able to earthbend with just his face. He could do like a literal chin up, and then like a giant rock would just pop out of the ground and give him and Aang some leeway to jump off it or something. So and he even used that same facial facial or head movement earthbending to actually move himself back up the pathway and actually take him back up to the top and everything. But with energy, that I feel like that plays like a pretty integral part in most and in pretty much all the different bending techniques. Like with fire, you can I think with fire from episode 1, that was pretty early established to be about taking energy in your body and converting it into movements and different power levels and everything. I think that plays probably even more heavily into lightning too. And then with water, I think energy too can also help dictate just like exactly what your bending could be used for as well. Like if you're using it more positively, then you can actually use it as a more defensive thing that can then be used to be counter-attacking other attacks and everything. But then if it's more negative, I think given that retreating is negative, I think maybe like retreating you can actually use it for more defense purposes and like self-defense, and use that for counter-attacking. But then for positive with attacking, you can probably use it to be more lethal, and that's when being burned by fire or drowned by water or suffocated by air or crushed by a rock can actually come into play too. So yeah, but then with I think Jing, I don't know if that would be pretty kind of like I don't think it would be like with Jing just being energy direction. I don't think that like the energy direction would probably apply to all of them, but then Jing itself as a concept might be the only way of actually applying it to earthbending, and then fire and air and water might have their own techniques, or maybe they might use the same thing. Yeah, I think maybe like Jing is the label that Earth uses, but then the other elements might have their own descriptions, might have their own labels, but then they both still follow the same kind of base level concept of actual energy direction, actual energy kind of distribution and everything. So yeah, honestly, like, the lore behind this bending stuff is interesting as all hell. Like, it's literally like some of the most interesting stuff I've actually discovered in like these kinds of like fantasy kind of sci-fi kind of TV shows and everything like that. And I love that much about the show. I really love that much about the show. So I can't wait to see what more about the elements we learn, and what more about bending, and what other kind of techniques we find out about. And also, again, I really want to see more of Azula bending lightning, and also bending the blue flame and everything too. So yes, I mean, for her, that would probably be like the height of actual of actual attacking Jing and everything. So then Boomy was actually using the neutral one, like, and for him, I think he explained that the neutral Jing is the most powerful form of earthbending you can actually conjure up and everything. So it makes sense given how even just with his face or just with his head, he was actually able to actually earthbend and do stuff like that. So for that as well, I think it's even more powerful. But then he was never even using it to attack. He was literally just using it to actually lift up small rocks and cause diversions and cause blockages and all that kind of stuff. So now Aang has to actually go to another earthbending master and actually learn to master neutral bending from him. And then Boomy promised him he would actually see him again at some point. So yeah, promising things ahead. So now going forward, we'll see Azula leading May and Ty Lee on a kind of search mission for 3 new targets, which is Zuko, Iroh, and the new added third one, the Avatar, which is Aang. So yeah, I don't believe she's actually. I think this episode was the first episode of her actually meeting Aang, actually meeting the Avatar, and actually finding him. So now she's. Because then I was confused too. Like I think because I could have sworn she actually at least seen the Avatar in action before, but no, I think this episode is the official first time she's seen the new Avatar in action. So now automatically, as a given, he has made it onto her kind of hit list too. So now she's looking for 3 people. So one to each of them to take, one to each of them to actually take on and stuff. So yeah, so that should be fun. And Aang finding another earthbending master and actually trying to learn neutral kind of Jing and neutral kind of earthbending from them. So hopefully he'll be powerful enough to run into Boomy again and then learn more stuff from him. So yeah, it's been fun. So I can't wait to see what the next episode has in store for us. Let me know what your thoughts are. As always, let me know what you thought of this episode and what you think of the Jing and of Tom Tom and all the stuff that went down in this episode, what your thoughts are, what you look forward to in the coming episodes and everything. But yeah, that is it. So that was Avatar, The Last Airbender, Season 2, Episode 3. So as always, thank you guys so much for being here and for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, then salt and burn that like button. Comment on what you thought of the episode and what you think is coming up next time on Avatar, The Last Airbender. Once again, the full-length reaction will be available on Patreon, so you can go check that one out over there. And yeah, that is it. So I will see you guys next time.